Hi, welcome to Easy Money. I am CA Rudramurthy, author, trader, and trainer. Today, we saw a 200-point opening gap down on SGX Nifty, and that was reflected more or less closer to in our market when we opened. And Nifty saw clear-cut buying from those lower levels, and similarly, even Bank Nifty after that gap down open saw definitely bulls fighting out the market, and late afternoon some amount of profit booking was also seen. Finally, Nifty ended at 14,850, down 91 points, and Sensex ended at 49,161, down 340 points. Bank Nifty also ended lower, closer to 32,870. It saw a close with 270 points move on the downside. However, if you see today's action, both FIIs and DIIs are sellers. FIIs are sellers to the extent of 336 crore, whereas DIIs have sold the market to the extent of 677 crore. Now the question comes, FIIs are selling, DIIs are also selling, then who is the buyer close to the extent of 1000 crore? Yes, it is the retail traders, or you might call people with lot of money which they have always been putting in gold and bank deposits are now, due to lockdown, sitting at home, and they are putting that money to market either as investment or as trading. However, one has to also notice that market bottoms out only when you have too much of fear, and when you keep getting too much of good news, then market will be topping. One has to understand, people many a times ask me this question, fundamentals are so strong, many a times that stock price will be coming down for a company, and sometimes what happens, you will see fundamentals are very weak. Even at macroeconomic level, many a times when fundamentals and economic data is very weak, you will see markets going up. People ask me, how can market go up when fundamental data is very weak? Do understand, market is always a future looking machine. That means today's fundamental is not what is reflected in today's market price. Market will always discount 3 to 6 months ahead of time. So today's market is a reflection of what is expected 3 months later, or even sometimes 6 months later. We always say economic indicators of today does not indicate today's market, because today's market is always discounting the future, which can be 3 to 6 months ahead. So whenever you see today's economic news and try to relate it to today's market movement, that will be definitely wrong. So one has to understand that economic indicators are lagging, whereas market is always a leading or a futuristic barometer. Now, also, if you see the rally which was there in metals, saw some amount of profit booking today. However, mid and small cap saw beautiful outperformance. Stock specific, if you see, especially PSU stocks continued the big up move. Very clearly in this Easy Money show itself, I did a chart check for BHEL at levels when it gave a breakout of 56 to 57, and I clearly told the next levels will be closer to 75, and that target was achieved today. Now people ask, can I buy BHEL right now? Do understand the risk reward. Even if BHEL goes up to, let us say, 85-90 rupees, the risk reward of buying BHEL today at 75 is not the same of risk reward of buying BHEL at 57. So one has to understand, as a trader, stick on to good risk reward. Try to enter where your stop losses are closer to your entry level, so that you have a smaller risk and a bigger return to make. These are very important points you have to keep in mind, especially when you are a trader. Look at stock specific movement in Paraj industry. This stock repeatedly I was recommending, and today we can see Paraj Industry even crossing levels of 310, 320 levels, and non-stop the stock has actually tripled in last 4 months. So people now ask me, can I buy Paraj Industry at current level? So please understand, risk reward is everything, especially for a trader. So PSU stocks also gave a fantastic move today, and stocks like Coal India, if you see, even that achieved the target levels of 155 plus levels, which the stock has already made a move. Now the question comes, which is the next stock are we seeing for the day? So I am now making a chart check for you guys, and I'm sure you people will be waiting to see which is the chart. And based on lot of people who have written in comment, and based on your request, I have picked up this stock. So let me just put the stock to you on screen, and let me share that with you guys. So the stock coming to you on screen, yes, the stock which you are now seeing on your screen is Tata Steel, and I want each one of you to get a clear view of how the stock can move and what is the next move one can look at in Tata Steel. Currently, I'm taking a very long-term chart, which is a monthly chart, which you see on your screen. And let us look at this monthly chart first before we go to weekly as well as daily chart. And if I see this monthly chart, this stock had a crucial resistance, and this resistance was way taken off at levels of 900. So if you see, before this resistance level of 900, earlier the stock even faced the resistance first at levels closer to 700, and easily one can make out on this chart that yes, these were those resistance zones which market was earlier having. And you could see here the resistance was taken out decisively, and finally the next resistance, which was at 900, was taken away here. So one can clearly observe the trend on the stock for short term is definitely up, and this crucial resistance at 900 was also clearly taken out on the screen. Now let me go for a weekly chart analysis of the same stock. So we start from a macro viewpoint and a larger time frame. So from larger time frame we go to a monthly chart to a weekly chart, and from weekly we can go to a daily chart. So let me now show you these levels. So keep in mind 900 is a very crucial breakout above which Tata Steel is now clearly trading. Short term trend is definitely positive, and the stock is now trading at its all time high levels. So sky is the limit, and target can never be fixed on these type of stocks. You have to ride the trend. Only thing is you have to ride the trend till it bends. So let me now give you the same analogy, and let us see how it is seen on a weekly chart. So right now what you see on your screen is a weekly chart. Even on a weekly chart time frame, if you see Tata Steel, definitely it has crossed all these resistance which you see, and stock moving on the upside. So let me just take back all these drawings out, and we will go for a weekly analysis and then a daily analysis. So if you see Tata Steel on a weekly chart, still lot of strength is seen on this stock, and on weekly chart the crucial resistance which it has already taken off is at around these important zones of 730, 750 was that zone which it has already taken off. And for very short term, the stock is definitely very strong. So even on a weekly time frame, the stock is in a clear uptrend. And let me now take you from a weekly time frame to a daily time frame. So let me remove all this drawing and now go to a daily time frame. So just see the screen on a daily time frame. This is Tata Steel for you on a daily time frame, and again stock clearly trading above the 20 DMA. So just see the screen. You can see here very clearly stock moving above the 20-day moving average, and this is where the stock gave the first signal of buy, and levels at this point was again at that breakout level of only 740. So from these levels of 740 non-stop, now the move in Tata Steel is to the extent of 1230 is what we are seeing. Now very crucial support for Tata Steel on daily chart right now. This is again on a daily chart, I'm just giving you, comes at around, I want you to make note of this level, and that level comes to 1030. So kindly make note of this important support. For me, any dip again to these support zones will be very good entry for Tata Steel. So Tata Steel, I know some of them, they will say this stock has moved up so much, so let me go and short. Please do not short these stocks which are in a clear uptrend, and let market give any signals of reversal. I don't see any signals of reversal right now, and for me still it is a buy on any dips to levels closer to 1030, or even at current market price, rather than going short, I will look at only buying Tata Steel. Now let me just take further more narrow view on Tata Steel, and I'm sure you have made note of these numbers which I have just told you, and watch this chart analysis once again as a reply, and you will just get more things to learn. And let me take more view on Tata Steel. So if I just check the more closest view on Tata Steel, for me any dips on this stock to levels closer to 1030 to 1040 itself will be a great buy. And I want you to observe on a daily chart, see this very clear signs of increase in volume I can see here, and this is supported by increase in price move. So price going up, volume going up, telling to me it is very bullish. For a very short term, if I have to take even today's low, if I take somewhere at around 1170, so for me this itself will act as a strong support. If you are lucky enough, any dip to 1170 is a buy, or for me even at current market price, Tata Steel looks very strong. But if you are buying now, definitely you have to keep a stop loss on a closing basis below levels of 1170. You cannot be right on every stock what you trade, but having a good risk reward, following the stop losses are very important. Hope this in detail chart check of Tata Steel has helped you to understand the crucial levels what you have to see. And for me, this market right now at levels of 15,000 has shown first signs of some amount of profit booking. US market, if you see, again it has shown first levels of profit booking, and this dip is getting bought. And also yesterday I got a query, someone asking me if you can analyze Tesla as a stock. So let us also look at Tesla. We have a lot of followers who are looking at our program Easy Money, and let me just give them a chart check of Tesla. So I want each one of you to see what is the trend in Tesla as a stock. So let us just look at Tesla. Okay, so let me just take Tesla as a stock check and see the trend. Very important analysis on Tesla coming to you. Now, the strong support for this stock comes at around 550 to 560. So this is the strong support for the stock. So on a closing basis, if I take, it is around 550, and on an intraday low basis, if I take, closer to 540. So you can see this very clear. So these areas which you can see here acts as a crucial support. However, one has to observe here clearly that stock is now below the 20-day moving average. So a sell call has got initiated at levels closer to 700. So below levels of 700, you can see here the first sign of selling has come on Tesla. Now, crucial support to me for this stock right now comes at around 590 zones. So this crucial support can get tested. So 590 will be a crucial level where Tesla can go and test. And for long-term investors, a great buy for this stock will be at around those strong support areas of 540 to 550. And I'm very, very sure this breakout, which it has given at levels closer to $500, will be acting as a very strong long-term support. So I'm saying keep a stop loss below 500. Look at entry closer to 540 to 550 if you're a long-term investor, and this stock will offer a great buying opportunity at levels closer to 540 to 550. Keep a stop loss at around 500 zones and look at targets of 700 to 770 first, and again back to all-time higher levels. So for a short-term trader, I'm telling, do not buy right now Tesla. It has given a clear sell below 700, and now it can test these crucial support zones which I've mentioned, coming first at around 590 to 600, and below that 540 to 550 will be the level at which Tesla can halt its down move. So this is telling to me some more amount of profit booking can be seen in US market and the stock Tesla, which I'm showing for you. I'm very sure you're able to now understand technical analysis is so powerful. It can be applied on any underlying asset. That is the greatest advantage of technicals over fundamental. Any underlying asset which has price, we can apply technical analysis. So whether it is commodity market, whether it is currency market, whether it is Indian stock market, whether it is US stock market, whether it is mid cap, small cap, large cap, whether it is auto sector, steel sector, whether it is index, whether it is stock, anything, you can apply technical analysis provided you know how to study chart. And these are things coming to you from your program Easy Money. I'm sure you're getting so much of input and information without fail. Do subscribe to the channel and give your comments below on the stock what you want to analyze. But for that, I want you to first give a comment on the program. For all the effort whatever we are putting, kindly join hands with us if you feel so to spread this financial literacy by forwarding this to as many people as possible. We'll come out with more information, more videos like this for your superb learning. Signing off, Rudramurthy. Happy trading. Thank you.